Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Well, here we go. KVJ after the show podcast.
Yeah, there it is.
I feel like, today we started off the regular show just right off the bat. It was, just, hey, talking about the shooting that had happened. And I really didn't get a chance to be like, welcome back, Virginia. It was like, no, she's just here. I don't want to, glaze over that. And happy you're back.
I do not want to be acknowledged for being back. Not on a day like this. It's so important to talk about what we talked about.
Well, it felt like 4 hours have gone by where we've done a show together, and I haven't yet said glad you're back, and I'm glad you're back. So I just wanted to say that. So, we went through today's show and talked about the shooting that happened at Stoneman Douglas. It was the only thing that I could get through today and talk about. I couldn't do anything else today, and I don't think anybody else wanted anything else.
It just didn't feel right
No,
to
it
be
wasn't right.
jokey or silly or just there's too much pain going on and confusion and sadness, and I just don't feel right being all jokey.
Yeah. So... we did what we needed to do, and, I walked out of it. I felt better, and I hope that other people feel at least a little bit better, and it's still not even put much of a dent into it, but, it's a little bit there, and I had a good discussion with Leo, our boss, and Beth. They're kind of like the heads of the station, and so... There's more we want to do. There's a lot to sort out. There's still a lot of confusion, but we're already trying to say what's the best thing that we can do, for these poor people that are hurting. And there's already just stories that are coming out. They're just breaking my heart.
They're tough to hear.
I can't even deal with them, man. I can't even deal with them. So, we're working on that. If anybody has any ideas, somebody who's close to the situation, you guys could help us out. If you can shine a light on something and say, hey, you guys could do this or that. We looked into the blood drive situation. We could mobilize, but quickly we would be able to eclipse what we need raised. And there's already just coincidentally today we know Cardinal Newman is having they had that blood drive already set up.
Oh wow.
Yeah. In fact, Leo's daughter goes there, and they're like, yeah, they had that set up, and so. They're like, praise God, it was just all set up as perfect. So, they're going to be able to help out with that. And hopefully the need for blood will be taken care of pretty quickly. And, we wrapped up 4 hours of talking, about what happened at Stoneman Douglas. And I'm like, all right, let's just do our podcast. I want to hear about, because Virginia's got some stories from Mardi Gras and New Orleans. And I'm like, I'm just like, okay, I want some semblance of normalcy. And then Suits came back, and he's like, hey, just to put it on your radar, there's something going on at North Broward. I don't know what.
I think they've lifted the lockdown, they just said. I think it might have been just everybody was really jumpy.
Yeah.
And a teacher heard something that they thought sounded like gunshots, and they went on a lockdown to be precautious, but I think I just saw they lifted it.
Okay. Yeah, trying to just keep an eye on that.
Well, I'd imagine, too, people are very jumpy as well. I mean,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How could you not be?
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm getting conflicting reports. Somebody just texted, too, that my daughter has friends at North Broward Prep. She says they heard gunfire. My ex-wife, who works at the Pinecrest schools, has said those schools are being evacuated because they know about the security situation. So
right now?
Yeah. So I don't even know.
Huh.
I don't even know. This is what happens the next day. It's top of mind, and people are very jumpy. And
it's literally developing as we're talking.
Yeah, but if they were still on lockdown, they'd be saying it on the news. We're kind of watching the news while we're talking.
Yeah.
And they're talking about a conference about yesterday's shooting.
Mm-hmm.
They're not talking about a new shooting right now.
Yeah. So I don't even really know what's going on. Yeah, everybody's on edge, and this kind of stuff. I pray that there is an alert that had come through that said update all clear now given by police after they received reports of shots being fired at North Broward Prep in Coconut Creek. And hopefully that is accurate. So I don't know. We'll see. But, these might be the things that, these kind of situations happen, and next couple of days, boom, there you go. So I was feeling like I was going to come back in here and talk about Virginia stuff and all that. I know Taddy's like, please be funny. I don't know that I can, to be honest with you. I'm not feeling it yet.
It just feels too weird and too, like, I'm shook.
Yeah.
And you think about all those kids and what they went through, and just there's so much emotion and pain and just fear.
I agree with both of you what you're saying, but I also agree with Taddy a little bit too. I think that.
All right, well, you do some stand up then, funny guy.
I'm
going to sit over here, be with my thoughts.
Okay.
Where's your jokes?
All right. So a priest walked. No, I'm just. I got nothing.
It's
No, I'm not saying be. What I'm saying, not being jokey or anything, but having a slight levity, a little bit. I know, because some people, not everyone wants to hear.
No, I know.
And I am a person like that. I need a little bit of something just because I got to get my mind off it for a minute, for a second.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tomorrow, without a doubt, we're going to come back in, and whatever projects, we're going to be working on for the community at Stoneman Douglas, we'll give you updates on that. But, the news and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, tomorrow's a regular KVJ show. We're gonna get back to it for everybody.
And it's weird. It's a weird day to do a show.
Yeah.
It really is.
It is, and there's no other way of going around. I do appreciate everybody's feedback on it, because, gosh, as I saw it going down, you're just like, okay, wow, what are we doing tomorrow? And you don't know. I was up, late last night, well past when I normally go to bed, because I was on social. I was trying to get people's feel. I'm like, I don't know, where is this?
It's
thing?
tough. You're like, do we do joke jury with Denny's? Do people want to laugh in a moment like this, or do they want to do they want to talk? And that, especially for you being the host, that's not an easy place to be.
Well, I'll tell you what had happened with it and why it's different. When these things happen in Colorado, and we've had them in New York, California, that we're like, hey, we'll give you a quick update and we'll acknowledge it, but then we're like, here, I mean, our job is, if I consider we have anything to do, it's to make people laugh, have fun, be lighthearted, and that we get away from all that kind of stuff. But a big part of it too is, especially when it's in the community, man, we are just so in the community and know so many people, and it's like, I can't.
It's too real for us today, as I'm sure it is for a lot of people that are listening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just too close.
So that part of what we do, we couldn't have done today. And I tell you, if a day like today, that stuff ever happened, you need KVJ. We got years of podcasts. We got years of stuff that you can go listen to.
That's true. There's archives of us being stupid.
Yeah.
Plenty of it.
Oh, I think you made the
Decades of
complete right
stupidity.
call to do what you did with the show.
Yeah. And tomorrow, I am really looking forward to, my gosh, all the stuff we're going to get to. And I'm going to come in here, and I'm turning that off. And for 4 hours, I'm turning on KVJ Fun and Funny. And I don't want to waste Denny's jokes.
No, save them for tomorrow.
Got to bring that in. We'll have tomorrow's Friday, No Name Movie Game. We'll have all the regular stuff going. And
I think we should take a break off Drunk World Trivia though.
Yeah.
I think
Because you don't want to.
Because I'm personally over that. I'm personally over that
Hates
bit.
it.
I hate that bit.
We all got our thing. I'm over No Name Movie Game.
You're right.
I just realized I may have left the no-name movie game belt at Mardi Gras.
I called it. I said
We
that.
knew.
Yeah.
That just occurred to you?
I can't account for where it is.
We completely called that the other day. I said
Like, it will not come back.
Hopefully, it's in my bags of beads.
it might be time to get a new belt.
It might be time you have to get a new belt.
Yeah, I hope I have it. I probably have it.
Well, I think the belt's got a lot of respect behind it now. It deserves a better look to it.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I got to hear the stories. Can't hear them today. Virginia got bounced from a couple places. What she did.
And we have
through some
footage of
video.
what she did to get bounced out.
My girlfriend took it. I didn't even realize she was videoing
my
me
gosh.
doing this. And you see management come over and tell me, you have to stop or you have to leave.
Yeah.
And then so they told me to stop, and I stopped. But then when they weren't looking, I did it again, and that's when they didn't like it.
Gosh. Wow. Okay. Yeah. I see. So we got all that tomorrow. Good Lord. All right. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. We do have a couple shout outs. I had a birthday from today, and I feel bad. I'll get to that tomorrow. I'll throw in for Michelina. I'll get your birthday on tomorrow. There was a shout out for today. After 52 years, our mom Linda from Okeechobee becomes a citizen today.
Aww.
Congratulations, love, Rayanne and Derek. USA. Yeah, tomorrow too. It'll feel good Friday. Let's we'll do that. Be like, okay, hey, let's do a little. Let's remember, hey, there's some good stuff. I'll get to emails like Kevin's a biased dick. That's very necessary stuff.
I want to write it.
Can't wait for that.
I want to write an email into the show. Go, holy shit! Kevin's shirt is really tight today.
You know what? Here's what's going on. I don't know. I have the most bizarre body. I really do. It's like my trainer left me, probably October, November, and. Since then, I'll admit, like, the hardest thing for me to do is cardio. And the way I used to work out with him, I mean, he would just kick my ass. Like,
he was a grinder.
No, it was to the point, like, he'd be over you and you're working out, and you'd be like going, okay, well, we got 10 reps of this. He'd be like, all right, 50. And you're like, the fuck? Are you serious? Suits knows because he still trains with him. And you're like, you're out of your freaking mind. Like what? And like there were times where I'm doing like a bench press or I'm doing burpees or whatever. I remember one time I started doing burpees. He's like, all right, 100. I'm like, in a row? I'm like, yeah, in a row. And he has this thing where you got to jump up on top of him. I'm like, are you? I almost want to argue and be like, are you serious? Like, there's no way. And so like he would do that kind of stuff to me that if I'm in there in the gym by myself,
Rational Kev's not going to do
there's
100.
no way. I mean, you're over there and you're just barely picking yourself off the floor and throwing yourself back down and barely picking. I'm like, no person in their right mind standing there by themselves and doing a workout by themselves is going to do that to themselves.
Sounds like you're almost ready for me.
For you?
Abdominal etching.
No.
Yeah?
No. So the point is
you're
that
coming.
My workouts have been back to what I know, and it's more just weightlifting and this kind of stuff. And my body just immediately starts.
I like how you started off this conversation by saying, I've got the weirdest looking body. Motherfucker, have you seen my body?
No, I have the weirdest behaving body. I wouldn't say the weirdest looking. It's just, it's like when I stop that, I immediately start, and I can feel like it's tighter in the shoulders.
Nobody's trying to take the title from you.
Yeah,
All right,
you
thank
win.
you.
You win.
Show respect.
Your body is so weird.
I'm built like a potato, baby.
Yes, your body is so weird. Yes. No, mine is weird in the way that, yeah, if I just get off of the cardio like I have for a little bit, now I'm like going, all right, I'm going to have to go in there and find a way to I need someone to just kick my own ass. Like, you can't. And I knew that when I was working out with him, with my trainer Kev, I'm like, there's no way I would do this to myself. And people would sit there and watch. People would stop their workouts and watch the ass kicking he was handing out to me. No, really. And they would always ask, like, are you training for, like, are you an MMA fighter? People couldn't believe it. The stuff he was having me do. And I'm like, over trash cans. And they're like, what is this guy doing? I mean, this isn't like a normal workout. Why would you even do this kind of stuff? And so I can't do that to myself. I just can't, because you know what? I like me.
You need to get a dominatrix or somebody who just is going to come in there and like just yell at you.
That's kind of really what I need. Yeah, I need someone that's just, And so sometimes when I work out with Ponton, Joe Ponton, one of our KVJ Nationers.
He's never going to be able to bring that heat.
Well, he's too peaceful.
He's too nice.
The competitiveness between the two of us will push us to a different level. And so my schedule has been real wonky, and so we're having a hard time, meeting up. And so, I've been left to my own devices a lot of nights, and I've just slid back into the ring. Okay, yeah, it's good. It's challenging. Hey, I break a sweat. It's all good. I do a little bit of time on the, but it's not that you're, and he's like, 15 more. I mean, that was his work. Awful. Just awful, Virginia. So I think I'm growing. I think I'm just expanding. I put on a shirt. It felt good in the moment, but it was dark. My mind was other places. I get in the car and I get to work, and I'm like, this thing is too tight.
Yeah, no shit. That thing is screaming, get off of me.
Your shirt is mad.
I mean,
It is. So
you got to stop wearing Canon shirts.
I got to put this
man.
back. This is when I'm like gaunt Kev, and I'm like really, really tight and thin. Yeah, I'm not there anymore. So I got to go back to bigger shirt sizes. So yeah, thank you for pointing that out, because I have to.
I can't wait to hear the email. Kevin is a biased dick.
Hear it. I wrote it.
I can't wait to hear that one.
Oh, there was one that I had mentioned. It was kind of funny. Thumbelina sent me this email. She said, I was looking at some of the posts on Instagram, Virginia, at Mardi Gras, and there's this photo where Rocco just looks like he's completely over it. He's sitting there, he's crying.
Well, he's 2, so
Yeah.
he's over a lot.
Yeah, but the funny thing about this is the misery in his face, and he's over and having an awful time. But in the left center, there's a mirror on the wall, the establishment where they're at. And if you look here, here's baby Rocco. And so you can see him sitting there just hating life, not festive, not in the Mardi Gras spirit.
Is that Virginia with another picture with her fucking mouth open?
Okay, no, but she's not posing. Here's the thing, and
I'm
she's
taking a picture of
blowing up the
Rocco.
mirror. If you see this, like Virginia is just and she says you can clearly see Virginia cackling while taking the picture.
Mags is too. Both of us are laughing because he was melting down, and we're like, Rocco, you can't cry. That's on Bourbon Street
Right.
on Mardi Gras afternoon. Like, there's no crying at Mardi Gras.
The kid is just clearly going through something, and everyone else is just having a great old time. Yeah,
He was fine 5 minutes after
The
that.
comments were funny. Someone said, tell that fucking kid to suck it up. It's Mardi Gras.
Thank you. That's what his mother told him.
I can see you. Suck it up.
Suck it up. It's Mardi Gras. Have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
You control your mood. Oh, yeah, we had Mardi Gras moodiness, but I was not putting up with it.
Not putting up with it, huh?
Did everyone have a fun time, though?
Yeah, everybody had a good time. We got a little rained on, so that was a little bit upsetting. But I said, bring rain gear,
Yeah.
bring rain boots, bring
Did
a
they not
raincoat.
listen or what?
Some did, some didn't, and the ones that didn't got wet, and then they were mad. I'm like, sorry.
I'm just excited that you brought those potatoes back with that honey mustard I asked you. Remember, live on the air?
Oh yeah, they're at home
Oh.
with the king cake.
Uh-huh.
I left the house like, in a daze this morning.
You got the Mardi Gras blues.
like Mardi Gras hangover, tragedy. It's a lot.
Oh, you're right.
It's a lot.
We all been spun around a little bit here.
Yes.
So we'll get to the full Mardi Gras tales and all that kind of stuff tomorrow. Better climate, better environment, better day, and hopefully better news. So
And maybe tomorrow you can wear a looser shirt. Just throwing that out there.
I'll do my best. So I'm not making any promises. You never know what I might bring tomorrow. So. Anyway, and people sent apparently in the chat room, they're saying yes, they did on NBC News reported that the shots fired at Northbriar Prep School was a false alarm. So.
Thank goodness.
Just think about how jumpy everybody
Oh, my
is.
gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that is.
Could have been a car on the street backfiring, and
Yeah.
a teacher heard it, and it was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think today, I'm getting a lot of texts from people saying, my kid just did not want to go to school today. A lot of kids stayed home today.
Oh, I mean, I totally get it.
Yeah, because they're just like, no, I can't do it. And so I think for a lot of people today, it's just one of those days you got to get, everybody needs a pass
Yes,
today.
you're completely right.
Everybody just needs a pass. It is not going to be a normal day. It's just going to take a little bit of time as you just try to get over this, help people, and move on to tomorrow. So it'll be Friday tomorrow, so it's going to be a different vibe, different day. We're going to have tons of stuff wall to wall and fully back to it. So I again appreciate our audience today because you guys made today's show doable. Otherwise, it wasn't doable.
It was a show of the people. It was.
It was.
And it feels right, and it feels good to talk about it, and
Yeah.
everybody share their thoughts and share their grief, and just kind of go through it together.
Tomorrow, back to the bad comedy.
That's it, yes. Unbelievable stories. I can't wait to hear about Mardi Gras. So, yeah, we're going to get there tomorrow. So, again, thank you guys for helping us out today and picking us up and carrying us across the finish line. So, better days tomorrow and then on to the weekend. And don't forget, tonight, too, Virginia is going to be getting it off her mind with a couple cocktails. Going to be hanging out at Ladies Night Out, PGA National Resort and Spa, starting at 6 o'clock. Chocolate martinis, latest trends in fashion accessories and beauty products.
All kinds of shopping and fun little stuff you can pick up. Clothes, shoes, jewelry.
Yep.
And they're going to be doing raffles, and all the money goes to Little Smiles.
Yeah, cool stuff, huh?
Yay.
So there you go. So a lot of good stuff. You feel like, hey, I need to get out. I need to feel normal again. I need to get away from it all. That'd be a good way to do it tonight. Join Virginia, 6 o'clock, PGA National Resort and Spa. All right, we'll see you back here for Friday. Fun day tomorrow. Promise. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.